going further ahead, sir, we had made a plea to the dedicated commission to make recommendation on increasing the reservation in local bodies, both rural and urban, in the state, sir. Sir, it may be recalled that the Honorable Chief Minister Sahab had promised during his reply to the debate on Governor's address that the caste survey report findings will be tabled in the House. So I hope the caste survey report will be tabled in the House without any delay, sir. And probably if it would have been tabled today at least or कल अगर टेबल हो जाता तो आज की इस बहस में शायद उसके कुछ पॉइंट्स को हम जी
आप लोगों को
जी जी अच्छा साहब थैंक यू सर सर I would also request the government to table the interim and the final of both the state BC commission and dedicated commission in the state assembly so that the people in the state can enlighten on the needs for raising the BC reservation, keeping in view the enormous population of the BC community, sir. Sir, I may point out that the BC reservation in education institution and public employment have been raised for the third time in almost 4 decades, sir. Sir, I would like to go into the checkered history of BC reservation in the erstwhile Hyderabad state, erstwhile Andhra Pradesh state, and then United AP, sir. The successive governments have issued executive orders or enacted laws to provide special concession reservation to weaker section and religious and linguistic minorities, particularly the backward classes, sir. More often, sir, than not, these measures of the government were challenged in the High Court and the Supreme Court as violation of Article 14, 15, 16 of Indian Constitution, sir. Sir, in the erstwhile Hyderabad state also, reservation to the backward classes in the education institution and services are provided under GOMS number 10 dated 30/5/1953 for 112 castes, sir. The state of Andhra Pradesh was formed on 1st of November 1956 under the State Reorganization Act 1956 with the merger of Andhra Pradesh state with the earlier formed part of erstwhile composite Madras state and the Telangana region of erstwhile Hyderabad state, sir. Sir, AP introduced the reservation of backward classes in 1961 with 142 castes, sir. On the recommendation of Cabinet Committee, the government of Andhra Pradesh issued GOMS number 1880 dated 29/7/1966 recognizing 112 castes as backward classes for purpose of Article 15/4 and 16/4 of the Constitution, sir. So the earlier list of BC comprising 142 and 112 communities prepared by the AP government were struck down by the AP High Court and the Supreme Court respectively in Sukhdev versus Government of AP 1966, AP Writ Petition 294 and State of AP versus P. Sagar All India Report 1968, Supreme Court SC 1379, sir. Based solely on the caste criteria on the grounds that no inquiry or investigation has been made by the government in preparing the list of BC communities, sir. So, Honorable Speaker, sir, subsequently the first AP Backward Classes Commission was constituted in 1968 under the chairmanship of former State Chief Justice Manohar Prasad and later retired Chief Secretary K.N. Anantram to prepare a fresh list of socially, educationally backward class in the state and apportion to the quotas for them, sir. On the recommendation of Anantram Commission 93, BC communities were listed as socially and educationally backward classes and divided into 4 groups, namely Group A, B, C and D, by GOMS number 1793, Education Department dated 23/9/1970, sir. Subsequently, the BC reservation was extended to public employment. Thus, it was Congress government headed by Caste Reddy Sahab which implemented 25% reservation in United AP in September 1970, sir. So, the reason why I am going into the history, sir, the history is also very important for us to understand the reason for the enhancement that we are doing it today, sir. That is why I am just going into a little bit of the history, sir. So, subsequently, the Congress government had appointed the second BC commission with retired IS officer N.K. Muralidhar Rao in 1982, sir. So the commission in its report submitted in August 1982 recommended raising the quantum of BC reservation from 25% to 44%. 25 to 44%, sir. So the Muralidhar Rao commission determined the population of BC vis-a-vis the total population of the state at 52%, taking caste only as the basis for asserting the identifying them, sir. So the reason I am also saying about this history is that, sir, it was always been the Congress government which was really wanting to do the real justice to the backward classes, sir. Sir, accepting the recommendation in July 1986, the then AP government, headed by Telugu Desam Supremo Mr. late N.T. Ramarao, raised the quantum of reservation of BCs from 25% to 44% and added more caste to the list, sir. This led to widespread protest and violent agitation by upper caste students in all over the Andhra Pradesh, sir. The hike in quota to 44% was challenged in the AP High Court. A full bench of AP High Court, pronouncing its judgment on 5th of September 1986, struck down the increase, holding that the hike in the reservation is violative of Article 15 and 16 of the Constitution, and that the total reservation cannot exceed 50% as general rule, sir. So the recommendation of Muralidhar Rao commissions were termed arbitrary and violated by several factors, sir. Subsequently, the then AP government, led by Congress, issued a GOMS 30 on 25th August 1994 for induction of 14 caste categories, including Muslims, in the list of backward classes. However, the GO was challenged in AP High Court, and a full bench injuncted the state not to give effect to the GO till the AP Backward Classes Commission submits its report, sir. The state government then had constituted a backward class commission under the chairmanship of retired K.S. Puttasamy, sir, in 1994. And the government referred the demand of inclusion of other caste and Muslims in the list of BC to this commission, sir. The Puttasamy Commission collected the data and held its sittings in district and also conducted socio-economic survey of Muslims and other caste. But the reason best known to the retired judge, no report was submitted to the government till 2003, sir. So I remember, sir, when I also got elected, so many times I had also made a demand on behalf of my party, AIMIM, okay, please, table the report of Puttasamy. We always used to make a demand of increasing the tenure of Puttasamy Commission, sir. So the then TDP government did not insist on Puttasamy Commission to submit its report, even while giving it 6 months extension many times. It used to give the extension, sir. So once again, I want to repeat and say that the Congress government always wanted to give the real justice to the BCs, sir. So the demand for inclusion of 109 castes beside the Muslims in the BC list and the demand of 36 existing castes for change from one group to another remained in limbo for 9 long years, sir. Sir, at the time of 2004 Assembly election, the Congress had promised 5% reservation to backward sections of Muslims, sir. The Congress government of YSR implements the reservation for backward Muslims. After the Congress assumed power in 2004, AIMIM also was demanding, and we, in that election, sir, the AIMIM and Congress had gone into an alliance. Then, sir, and the major demand which was raised by the AIMIM party was regarding providing reservation to the backward Muslims, sir. I'm using the term backward Muslims, sir. And then the Congress PCC president was the late D. Srinivas Saab, and D. Srinivas Saab, and also leaders, Vice Rashtrakuta Reddy Saab, and other leaders also had come down to my father's residence. My father was alive, the late Allah Sultan Salahuddin Owaisi, Salare Millat. And then we had given this only one demand, okay, we want the reservations for economically and educationally and socially backward Muslims. And this demand was accepted, sir. And after the Congress assumed power in 2004, the reservation for the BCs was raised to 30% by the government, headed by Dr. Vice Rashtrakuta Reddy, by issuing a GO providing 5% reservation for the backward, I'm once again using, sir, the backward sections of Muslims under Group E category, in addition to 25% reservation for A, B, C, D categories, sir. Sir, I do not want to delve into the legal battles that the reservation for backward classes in general and backward section of Muslim faced in State High Court since 1961, and that is in the last 6 decades, sir. After the 5% reservation, the Muslims, BC Muslim, were struck down in September 2004. The YSR government appointed the Andhra Pradesh BC Commission. Based on the recommendation of Dalwa Subramaniam BC Commission, the government promulgated an ordinance on 25th June 2005 providing 5% reservation for the backward sections of Muslims, sir. Against the ordinance, this ordinance was also challenged in High Court, which struck it down in November 2005, terming it unconstitutional, sir. Therefore, thereafter, sir, the adverse court verdict, the YSR government referred the issue of reservation of Muslims to the state BC Commission again in April 2007, sir. Sir, P.S. Krishna was appointed as advisor to the government and he submitted the report in June 2007. After examining Krishnan report, the BC Commission submitted a report in July 2007 recommending reservation for only the identified socially, only, sir, I'm repeating, only the identified socially and educationally backward class of Muslim and scaling down the quota from 5% to 4%, sir. So the then governor promulgated an ordinance on 7th of July 2007. On 23rd July 2007, the State Assembly enacted the AP reservation in favor of socially, economically backward Muslims, Muslim Act, replacing the ordinance. The 14 socially, economically backward class of Muslim groups were included in the backward class E category named Achaka Kutala Vandulu, Attar Saibulu, Dhobi Fakir, Garadi, Gosangi, Gudi Elugo, Walu, Hajjam, Labi, Pakirla, Borevele, Qureshi, Sheikh, Siddhi, Chakki, Takira, etc. Sir. Sir, however, groups like Sayyid and Mushaik, Mughal, Pathan, Irani, Arab, Bora, Shia, Ismaili and Ismaili Khoja, Kach, Maiman, Jamaat and Nawayat and all the synonyms of subgroups of the groups were excluded from the preview of the 4% reservation, sir. Sir, after the act was enacted in 2007, it was again challenged in High Court. After many twists and turns, the AP High Court on 9th of February 2010 pronounced its verdict, striking down the legislation provided for 4% reservation to backward groups of Muslims, sir. In March 2010, the AP government filed a special leave petition in the Supreme Court challenging the judgment of the High Court, passing an interim order on the SLP on 25th March 2010. The Supreme Court permitted the AP government to provide 4%. It permitted, sir, to provide 4% reservation and in education and backward members of Muslim, but referred to a special bench the issue to the constitutional validity, sir. Sir, after the bifurcation of the United Andhra Pradesh, the formation of Telangana state in June 2014, the issue orders for adoption of BC reservation in the new state, sir. So, bill on hike of reservation for backward class, sir, I would like to just brief on this also. Sir, in its election manifesto in 2004, the TRS, now BRS, promised to raise the quantum of reservation of backward Muslims to 12%. The government appointed a commission of inquiry headed by retired IAS, Mr. G. Sudhir, in March 2015 to inquire into social, economic and education backward Muslim community in the state, sir. So also, sir, on the demand of AIMIM, a Sudhir commission was appointed and the Sudhir commission submitted its report in July 2016, sir. Sir, I would also like to say that, sir, meanwhile, the state government constituted the state BC Commission in Telangana and asked it to examine the Sudhir Commission report on condition and make its recommendation. Based on the recommendation, the BC Commission and the Chellappa Commission on STs, the government introduced the Telangana backward class, scheduled tribe reservation seats and education institution and appointment of post in service roles in the state bill 2017 in the state assembly on 16th April 2017 by holding a special session, and bill was passed by both houses in the legislation. The bill sought to be raised the reservation of BCE group socially and educationally backward Muslims to 12% and scheduled tribe to 10%, thereby raising the quantum of reservation in the state to 62%, including 37% of 5 BC groups, 15% of SCs and 10% for STs, sir. This bill has been pending with the President of India for his assent for the last 8 years, sir. Last 8 years, sir. Sir, I welcome the decision of the government to withdraw the Telangana BC, SC and ST reservation bill 2017 while introducing the bill on BC, SC and ST reservation bill 2025, sir. Sir, as per the latest caste survey undertaken by the Congress government, the backward classes include the backward Muslim constitute to 56.33% of the state population, that is 1,99,85,767 out of 3,54,77,554, sir. So the BC population excluding Muslims is the 1,64,09,176, that is 46.25% of the state population. The Muslim population stood at 44 lakhs 57,012. This is 12.56% of state Muslims, including 35 lakhs 76,588 BC Muslims, that is 10.08% of state population, and 8 lakhs 80,424 OC Muslims, that is 2.48% of state population, sir. This means that out of the Muslim population, 80.25% are BCs and only 19.75% are OCs, sir. Sir, hence our party demand that out of the enhanced 42% reservation for the BC, 34 shall be set apart for the ABCD category and 8% for the E category for admission in education institution for appointments in public service and posts, sir. Sir, at the same time, sir, I also would like to say that I may point out that the neighboring AP, the government has enacted the AP 50% reservation to BC, SC, ST as a minority in all nominated posts, Act of 24 of 2019, as well as the AP 50% reservation of BC, SC, ST and minorities in work contracts and service contract given on nomination Act 25 of 2019, sir. So the AP Act number 24 provides 50% reservation for these categories in all nominated posts in all corporation agencies, bodies, societies, committees functioning under all administrative departments of state for their political empowerment and social development, sir. So AP Act number 25 envisages 50% reservation for these communities in work contract and service contract which are given on nomination basis, so as to give an upward economic push to these societies of the society, sir. So sections of society, sir. So the BC declaration of the Congress for Government has promised 42% reservation for BC, sir.